Okay, so recording starting. My name is Mark Ball. I'm BetSports on eBay.com. Tonight, we flipped it up. This time we're starting off Panini Prizm, so we're doing a half case break on a 2014 Panini Prizm. Guys, stick around if you're in both breaks. There will be a pause, and we'll go into the Topps Prime right after that. So, let me go through here, read off the teams real quick for the Prizm. Okay, so for tonight, I got Matt's got the Bills, Giants, and Eagles for tonight for Prizm. Lucky Black picked up Bengals. Kid Rock decided to make some work out of me. He decided to pick up a few teams. Chiefs, Colts, 49ers, Raiders, and Jaguars. You already know Jeff's got the Lions, and he also picked up the Browns tonight. John, you got the Texans and Rams. I already know who the Steelers are going to. He also picked up those other teams. So that'll go in a small flat rate box because that's obviously just putting two Steelers in there is not isn't adding those other teams is going to fill that package up. So new buddy of mine just found out he's a vet yesterday from Hawaii. My old stomping grounds, of course, he had the lucky station of Maui. He picked up the Cowboys and Seahawks. Ravi's got the Panthers and Dolphins. D's87 picked up the Bears, Titans, Patriots, and Cardinals. Scroll further down. And hopefully I don't butcher it too bad. Pajak picked up the Bucks, Vikings. That's a screen name, but he also picked up the Vikings. Sprinkman got the Packers. Lobato for the Knights got the Broncos. So is there any question on the teams as I've read them? Okay, so if there's no question, we'll go ahead and get situated and get started. Okay, again, this is a fresh case. You see the Panini seal up top. Okay, and this is the Hobby Prizm. So it's a 12-box case. We're going through the first 6 boxes. As long as I don't slice my thumb open. Of course, if it does, that makes it a valuable card, right? Because that changes all these cards into DNA cards, I presume. Okay, now, what was mentioned earlier, if you bought the team tonight and you want it for the second half, okay, I haven't listed the second half yet. Okay. And as it is, I thought I was going to be able to get in time for a Friday break, but it looks like we're going to just be breaking all next weekend instead. I know it's at least going to be Prizm. I got another case of Prime. I got some quotes in that I'm waiting for possibly the Prizm Draft, the Leaf Clear, the Triple Threads, and the Supreme. Depending on where I'm at with the quotes and where my budget is still at, depends on what I'll order and have listed for next weekend. Okay, so look forward to my next breaks, and we'll go at it from there. Just give me a moment to adjust my screen. We'll get the screen adjusted, and then we'll just start slicing and dicing as far as these boxes are concerned. Stand by. Okay. The Redskins. Give me just a quick moment because I don't remember calling their name, but I didn't get a message saying that they didn't sell either. Okay, two things because I'm getting caught up in the message. Just got done checking. John, if you want the Redskins, I can pop them in for 5. Just add those to the Prime if you want to add those with those Chargers. Nick, go ahead. Do me a favor. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got my son messing me real quick. Apparently, he forgot something. Anyway, Nick, do me a favor. Send that to my messages, and then that way I've got a record of it, and then that way we got everything squared away for you and the Steelers. Okay, in my room, on top of the bookshelf, look inside of the one of the card boxes. You got it? Okay, too easy. Bye. Okay, being a parent never ceases. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so finally getting things going. Okay, so box number 1. Shoot, I know what I forgot. Let me set one of these boxes down here and catch all these wrappers. I would have to take a look, but right now I'm trying to get this break going. So do me a favor, Big Jake, send me a message, and then I'll respond after I get settled down from doing these breaks. But to go back and forth, be trying to look at the prices and such would be unfair to everybody. I want to go ahead and get this done. I hope you understand on that aspect. I'll go ahead and move this mouse out of the way. Guys, good luck with the break. Again, this is a fresh case, and these cases have been pretty solid for me. I think out of all the cases, I think I only had one that was a semi-dud. And it wasn't that it was a dud, it's just all the autographs were, I think all but 2 were like, were base. But, last night we did good. We got we pulled a Johnny Manziel out of the previous case. I hate interruptions. We pulled a Johnny Manziel at a previous case auto out of, I think it was out of 75. And then the week before, we pulled a Johnny Manziel 1/1 Black Finette rookie card. It wasn't autoed, but it was still sweet. So these cases have been doing pretty good. We even did Strata. We pulled a 1/1 Rivet Swoosh redemption card for Johnny Manziel in the following case. So stuff's doing pretty good. Hopefully the streak will continue with good hot picks. Guys, also, I know there's some new names that I'm seeing. That progressive that I got going, that progressive that I've got going is okay. Up to $14 today. So hopefully we'll get some luck and have a winner. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it more when I get to the 6th box. But I do since I started doing my breaks, I've been doing a promo at the end. And what I do from there is basically throw in a little competition, let you guys participate, and if it works out correctly, somebody gets a credit towards a future break. I told you, on the bookshelf in my room. Then call me back later. Bye. I'm sorry, I just don't have patience when you tell somebody you're busy and they still want to keep going through. Okay. Matter of fact, not trying to be rude. If any of you guys are trying to text me, because I know a few of you got my number, I'm turning the volume off, guys. The phone will be on, but it'll be off volume-wise. I just do not have the time or the patience tonight to be sitting and doing a bunch of interruptions. Okay, so trying to get up here where you guys get a square on view with the screen. Okay, so our first hit is a Fresh Faces. Okay, and it's Devonta Adams, Green Bay Packers. We pulled a nice booklet of his yesterday. Okay, we got our first auto, serial numbered out of 50 for the Cardinals. Troy Nicholas. Again, serial numbered out of 50. Good color right off the bat. That's what I like to see. Okay, we got our first die cut, Believe the Hype. This is Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. I saw the green. I started to say Devonta Adams again. Okay. Trying to keep my hand tilted so you guys can see this about as quick as I do. Okay, so we got our first orange. That's Blake Bortles rookie card for the Jaguars. And underneath that, red and yellow Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots. Okay, we got our first Air Marshal. Okay, and I believe he was the last one we pulled yesterday out of the other case, but it's Tony Romo for the Cowboys. Jace Amaro for the Jets. We pulled a sick patch card, clear cut for or was it clear cut? Yeah, I think it was clear cut for the Jets, where it actually had the Jets patch, where you can actually read the bottom part of the Jets. That was in last week's Strata. Okay, Andre Ellington for the Cardinals, and then underneath that, talking about some old school right here. Bo Nose Jackson. Original two-sport guy right there for the Raiders. Okay, we got a hands team. This time it is Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos. Okay, this one is serial numbered out of 125. It's funny, one of the guys' jersey numbers is 20, one is 31, and this one happens to be serial number 30 out of 125, so it just missed hitting one of those guys' jersey numbers. But that's the Legion of Boom card from the base set, and that is for the Seahawks, of course. Okay. We got our first card that's going to have to be randomized. Brett Favre with the Green Bay Packers, Peyton Manning for the Broncos. Set that there. Matt Schaub for the Raiders. Okay, green and yellow coming up. This time it is, oh, nice. Okay, Denarius Moore for the Raiders, green and yellow. It's a hobby-only parallel. And we're starting this case off right. Just missed his jersey number. This is the gold Air Marshal for Jay Cutler, the Bears. 7 out of 10. Any of the gold parallels are serial numbered out of 10. Last case we had an autograph out of 10. Good Lord, I can't catch it. There we go. An intro out of 10. Actually, I think we had 2 autographs out of 10. Because 2 of them were Rams, and then we had that Chris Borland yesterday. That was serial number 10 out of 10. Okay, so let's see who this next auto is, because that's about the biggest thing left. Okay, Hands team. Antonio Brown for the Steelers. Okay, there you go, Jeff. 80 out of 99. Matthew Stafford for the Lions. Okay, fresh faces. Carlos Hyde for 49ers. And underneath that, Mr. Irvin for the Cowboys. The orange parallel. Okay, we're keeping this pattern rolling. I like that. This is number 27 out of 75. And C.J. Fedorowicz for the Texans. So the Texans are on board with an auto. So both autos so far has come with a serial number attached. Okay, and this is nice. To believe the hypes, this is 1 out of 120 packs. This is the silver parallel. Odell Beckham Jr. for the Giants. So we got 2 parallels out of that for the die cut, so that's good. Especially since one of them was Odell. Okay. We got an intro. Peyton Manning for the Broncos. Okay, Lewis Nix. And that's also for the Texans, the red and yellow parallel. Okay. I got one guy who can't seem to get the link to work right. Thing is, you guys used it, so there's 18 of you in the room, so I'm not sure what to tell them. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into that. I like everybody in the room, but when they tell me that they can't get in there, I don't know what they're doing wrong if they're using the same link. Okay, so box 2. So that's pretty good. 2 numbered autos, gold card out of 10. starting this case off right. Okay. Okay, these look like they're going to be, yeah, they're going to be upside down. It's funny how they come off the sheet one way, then flipped around the other way. It gets kind of funny. Okay, so for our first card, we got a class ring. Sammy Watkins for the Bills. Got our first auto. 23 out of 50. Rajon Neal for the Packers. So we're keeping that color coming. Okay, our next intro. Tom Brady for the Patriots. Double hit pack. Green and yellow joiner for the Rams. And underneath that, Tom Rathman. San Francisco 49ers, the orange. Okay, we got another fresh faces coming up. This time it is Marquise Lee for the Jaguars. And then Doug Martin for the Buccaneers. Okay. Okay. Marshawn Lynch, Seattle Seahawks. I see an NFL emblem creeping up, but before that, we got Jimmy Garoppolo, believe the height for the Patriots. Okay, and the NFL parallel, that's Bruce Ellington for the 49ers. And these are serial numbered out of 75. Dallas got an Air Marshal from off the top of my head, and then there was the Legion of Boom card that was serial numbered out of 125, the red X-Fractor type parallel. But I believe that's it. Other than a couple, I think there. Well, let's see, Marshawn Lynch, the base Prizm. But I think you just seen that. Here's the Air Marshal for Cam Newton of the Panthers. And underneath that, we got red and yellow Reggie Wayne for the Colts. Okay, we got our next auto, and as we're keeping this pattern up, what is it with the... Seems like when we get these Packers as of late, they've been coming in pairs. That's Jared Abbrederis for the Green Bay Packers, and that is 57 out of 125. That is 2 Packer autographs out of this box. And I think we did that like 2 cases ago too. Okay, we got our next intro. This time it is Russell Wilson's for the Seahawks, and it's the refracted version. Those are 1 in 96 packs. You missed Rajon Neal and Jared Abbrederis refracted autos. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else big. Okay. Okay. Steelers. Seems like you keep getting a bunch of these. That's Antonio Brown, Handstein. Okay, so the last part of this box. Jason Morrow, red and yellow for the Jets. Okay, Giovanni Bernard, fresh faces for the Bengals. Green and yellow for the Colts, Hakeem Nicks. See, this box is still getting better, even though all the autos have been pulled. Okay, so the first one. Brett Favre for the Green Bay Packers, green and yellow. And that team that just got snagged up, how about Jordan Reed, tie-dye, out of 25, Redskins. So we've already had a card out of 10, a card out of 25, and a couple of numbered autos. Jeremy Hill, believe the hype for the Bengals. Underneath that, Vincent Jackson, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, and then for the Ravens, Joe Flacco, serial numbered out of 125. So Nick picked those up. So that was another team that didn't sell earlier tonight. So somebody got a decent pull there. Okay, let's keep this rolling. Okay, I will tell you up front, I'll do everything I can to get everything mailed out tomorrow. I'm going to stay up late, but I also got to work tomorrow, and then still try and get everything done, weighed, and everything else. But between yesterday's breaks and today's breaks, I got close to, see, I think almost 40 yesterday, and I think another 38 today. So, quite a few packages obviously going out. So, worst case scenario, it'll get mailed out Tuesday, but you guys would usually have it no later than Thursday, depending on where you live. I know my buddy there from Maui will probably take a few days, but he'll still get it relatively quick in comparison. I believe it was 13. I'll have to check and verify, but going off the top of my head, I think it said 13 out of 25. And again, if you're joining late and you happen to be in both breaks, or if you're just hanging out until the prime starts, there will be a little bit of a pause while I clear out all the cards and get everything set up for the prime to come over. Prime usually doesn't take that long, roughly about 40 minutes, but I do have to transition over and clear off this stuff. Okay, so box number 3. I think he was referring to just the serial number itself. If he was referring to how limited it was, yeah, it's out of 25. Okay, so double hit pack right off the top. Hands team, A.J. Green for the Bengals. Underneath that, we got RG3, the red and yellow parallel for the Redskins. Okay, there you go. Another Lions for you. This is out of 125. Fairly low number too, 006 out of 125. I think I probably pulled close to 10 of them for you in these breaks. Okay, since you're offering to give away a Steeler, I'll just give you another Steeler. How about Ben Roethlisberger, hand team, one of the Air Marshals. Okay, we got our first base auto. Cody Hoffman for the Redskins. Okay, we got a base Prizm. That's Jimmy Garoppolo for the Patriots. We got our next intro. And this is the guy that we pulled a couple of breaks ago. But what we pulled was the gold. This is the base one. James Laurinaitis for the Rams. Okay, red and yellow, Rajon Neal for the Packers. Double hit pack. First one is Fresh Faces, Jeremy Hill for the Bengals. And underneath that, Cordarrelle Patterson, orange for the Vikings. Okay, our next green and yellow, Mr. Romo for the Cowboys. Okay, Isaiah Crowell, base rookie card for the Browns. Okay, another Believe the Hype. This time it is Tom Savage for the Texans. Okay, we got an NFL emblem. This one is Sidney Rice for the Seahawks, and again, these are out of 75. Oops. Okay, we got our next card. It's going to be randomized. Chris Carter of the Vikings, and Jerry Rice of the 49ers. Okay, we got our next auto. Okay, it's like we've been pulling a lot of him lately. Robert Herron for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. These are serial numbered out of 250. Underneath that, orange, Bo Jackson. It's our second parallel that we've got of him. Okay. We got another Bleed the Hype, the refracted version. That's Cody Latimer for the Broncos. Again, these are 1 out of 120 packs. Okay, our next intro, Texans, J.J. Watt. Okay, Justin Gilbert for the Browns, orange parallel. Texans again, fresh faces, Jadeveon Clowney. Okay, Nate Washington for the Titans. We've got a blue creeping up, and it's a double hit pack. The first card for the Eagles, Brent Selleck. And then underneath him, 43 out of 50, and that's Chris Givens for the Rams. Well, you know, I don't want to twist your arm, Big Jake, but if you really, no, I'm just joking. Okay, box 4 is opened. Let's go ahead and get these packs open. We can go from there. The other was Cody Hoffman base auto for the Redskins. I think I spotted another tie-dye. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so box number 4. Let's keep the good stuff rolling, guys. Okay. Okay, so right off the bat, we got a hands team, and it is not for the Steelers. Julian Edelman for the Patriots. And we'll keep our fingers crossed. Actually, I'd like to spread the wealth since I got so many customers here. I'd like everybody to be able to get a hit. Anyway, Taylor Lewan for the Titans, red and yellow. Got another card that's going to have to be random. Okay, so our next head-to-head, Brett Favre, Green Bay, and Peyton Manning for the Broncos. Actually, if you guys are in the room, rather than random it, if you guys are in the room, so far we got 2 of them. I'd prefer to be able to send 1 to each of you. That way nobody loses out. But talk it over in the chat. Let me know if I don't get a response. I'll go ahead and randomize it. I'm just trying to be fair, but I'd rather get a consensus, especially since it's not a real humongous valuable card. Okay, for the Jets, Michael Vick. Hey, Frank Gifford for New York Giants. Got our next intro. Colin Kaepernick for the 49ers, and underneath him, Antonio Gates for the Chargers. Okay, Mr. Lilly, Cowboys. That's the NFL emblem. It's serial number 43 out of 75. Okay, our next fresh face is Mr. Hyde, 49ers. Okay, we got our next auto, and it is the refracted version. It's serial number out of 50. It's Mike Davis for the Oakland Raiders. Okay, we got our next intro. It's this parallel version, J.J. Watt. These are 1 in 96. Okay, another intro. Cam Newton for the Panthers. Okay, we got Andre Williams creeping in there. And serial numbered out of 99 for New York Jets or New York Giants. Okay, finish out this stack here. Okay, fresh faces. Brandon Cooks for the Saints. And I did see tie-dye. And it is autoed. Guys, 16 out of 25. Terrence West tie-dye for the Browns. Underneath that, we had Nick Foles for the Eagles. Okay. Sammy Watkins for the Bills. Okay, Believe the Hype, Jeremy Hill for the Bengals. Okay, double hit packed. First one's Dree Archer for the Steelers, orange parallel. And then we got another orange parallel, and that is Julio Jones for the Falcons. Next, we got Colin Kaepernick for the 49ers, Air Marshal. Green and yellow for the Saints, Marquise Colston. Okay, and then the last hit for the box, Johnny Manziel. Okay. The way my luck's been over the last week, I'm actually surprised that tie-dye wasn't Johnny Manziel. It's still a sick auto. I know a couple of you were here when I had a great case. Got like 8 total cards that was serial numbered out of 25. Most of them were autoed. And or actually, most of them were tie-dye. One of them was a die cut, and then I think 4 or 5 of them was actually autographed. There you go, John. Mr. West for the Browns. So shaping up to be another pretty solid case. Prizm has not let me down, that's for sure. You'll have to send me a link later on the eBay items. Hopefully you do good so you can go ahead and keep buying into my breaks. It's just a friendly nudge. I take everybody's money the same. Oh, duh, I should have known that, yeah. Why, what's up with the basketball? You have to understand, I'm out of the loop. My focus is on you guys right now. Okay, box number 5. Rocking and rolling. Actually, let me get a swig real quick. What quarter is it in? Looking at score, it looks like third, but I could be wrong. Could be low scoring. Okay. Okay, looks like these are upside down again. Okay, another one to be randomed. Adrian Peterson, Vikings. Emmitt Smith, Cowboys. Okay, we're keeping our pattern up, guys. This is what I like. Tennessee Titans, out of 100. Antonio Andrews, auto. Tom Savage, red and yellow. Texans. No, Big Jake. What I'm busting after this is the Topps Prime. The other half of the Prizm break probably won't happen until next Saturday. eBay switched their stuff up, so I can't do anything except for a 5-day listing, and I wasn't able to get it listed in time. Calvin Johnson for the Lions. Used to be I'd have a 3-day listing, and I could pop that in and out. Zach Mettenberger for the Tennessee Titans. Okay, Blake Bortles for the Jaguars, fresh faces. Underneath that, Chad Henne for the Jaguars. Okay, so Andrew Luck, Colts. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick. So I'm going to have to bring in a few more cases of top loaders in. Or packages, anyway. Okay. So, okay, Tamba Hali. Kansas City Chiefs. Hands team for the Redskins. And that's Deshaun Jackson. Okay, we got one of those little silver waves, and that's Fran Tarkenton, Hall of Famer. Serial numbered out of 99 for the Vikings. Okay. Our next Air Marshal, Colin Kaepernick for 49ers. Oops. Guys, Green Bay was on fire. I think every single auto that they could have in this has been pulled. Jeff Janis for the Green Bay Packers, and that's serial numbered out of 200. Okay, for the Bills, Fred Jackson, red and yellow. Okay, we have our first Fresh Faces parallel. That's Carlos Hyde of the 49ers. These are 1 in 96 packs. Followed up by this intro, Jimmy Graham for the Saints. Not yet. Still got one box left, though. Okay, so Brett Smith, Buccaneers, orange. Another Buccaneers. This is Mike Lennon, Fresh Faces. Frank Gore for the 49ers, green and yellow. And yes, I was joking. Though he'd probably do better in the Oval Office, wouldn't he? Good Lord. Okay. Okay, so the first card, Chris Borland for the 49ers. This is the guy we got the 10 out of 10 auto yesterday. And then underneath him, for all teams, how about Jeff Janis, tie-dye, Green Bay Packers. 8 out of 25. Guys, really sharp case, guys. Okay, Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos. And then Steve Young for the 49ers. And then the last pack, we got Jake Matthews for the Falcons out of 125. Okay, guys, I'm going to explain this promo. Most of you guys already got it, but I'm getting ready to open up the last pack. My promo is for a $5 credit towards a future break. Okay, and it could be one of my Facebook breaks if I ever eventually get on there, or an eBay break. What it boils down to, only thing I need from you is one guess. Your guess is going to be who is the last auto that is pulled from the box from this break. Okay, so it's one guess per person, and it's one guess per player. And what I mean by that is, if someone guesses Jeff Janis from the Packers, nobody else can guess him. If they do, they're just going to have to make another guess. First person who guesses the same player gets the guy. Again, there's 2 autos in the box. We're only concerned with the last auto. You do not have to own the team to do the guess. Now, on to the other aspect. As of last week, I made it a progressive promo, meaning each time that I do a break, if it does not garnish a winner, I take $1 forward from that original $5 and move it forward to the pot. So tonight's break is at $14 for the promo. Okay? So, let's go ahead and see some guesses there, who you guys think the last auto will be. Pardon me. Okay. You guys have until I start going through the packs. So take your time while I'm opening to get your guesses in. Come on, guys, let's get some guesses going. Okay, I got message Khalil Mack for the Raiders. Okay. Guys, I hope my chat didn't freeze up. If it did, I'll refresh, but it'll have to be after I stop the record. So I will go back through the chat, see what the log says as far as who puts what. Okay. But I want to make this fair. But right now I'm not seeing any guesses, so I'm presuming it's because the chat's jacked up. Okay, so we'll stop on the guesses. I've got one via email, and then I'm presuming the rest of it's in the chat. If one of you guys who has my regular email address, if you guys want to copy and paste that in an email and send that to me, because last thing I got is just before I announced it, and that's from Kid Rock saying no Adams. So if you guys can copy from that comment up, we'll go from there. But as far as I'm concerned, all guesses have stopped, and I've only got one right now. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get through this box number 6 and see where we go. Okay, so starting off for the Seattle Seahawks, Percy Harvin out of 125. Mr. Lacey, Green Bay Packers, Fresh Faces. Okay, we got one of those. Underneath that, we got Dwayne Bowie for the Chiefs. Okay, we got another Believe the Hype. Odell Beckham Jr., New York Giants. Okay, Deion Buchanan for the Cardinals, orange parallel. Okay, we got another one to be random. Jerry Rice and Chris Carter, Vikings and 49ers. Okay, Torrey Smith, green and yellow for the Ravens. Okay, Carlos Hyde, 49ers. Okay, we got an intro. Calvin Johnson for the Lions. Underneath that, Dez Bryant for the Cowboys, red and yellow. Okay, we got an NFL emblem parallel, Jordy Nelson out of 75 for the Packers. Devonta Adams, Green Bay Packers, fresh faces. Okay. Pretty good case, because our last auto is going to be a die cut. And it is low numbered. So out of 25, Monte Ball for the Broncos. And Colin Kaepernick, 49ers. It's Air Marshal parallel. Followed up with another Lion, Calvin Johnson. Starts with some other name to it. Okay, that was back to back on his intros. So, final portion of the stack: green and yellow, Cowboys, LaDainian Washington, and then AJ Green for the Bengals, red and yellow. Matthew Stafford for the Lions, Air Marshal. Okay, for the Colts, T.Y. Hilton. Maurice Drew, Raiders. And I might be a little bit out of it, but I thought I heard something that he dropped his retirement. So I'm not sure if this is his last season or if he's already retired. Okay, and our final hit for this case. And of course it has to end on a Packer, Jordy Nelson, Hands team. Okay, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to flash the autos real quick. I'll go through and get everything sorted later because, like I said before, I got to transition into Prime. Okay, we'll show that last. So starting off, what we pulled tonight: Jeff Janis, Green Bay Packers; Antonio Andrews for the Titans. We had this one out of 25, Terrence West for the Browns; Mike Davis for the Raiders; Cody Hoffman, Redskins; Robert Herron for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers; Jared Abbrederis, Green Bay Packers; Rajon Neal for the Green Bay Packers; C.J. Fedowitz for the Texans; and then Troy Nicholas for the Cardinals. Okay. Give me just a moment.